Afternoon. This is Nita. Kitty Blaze just went around the corner, and the chickens are right there. Thinking I'm gonna throw them some tomatoes. Not quite, but I am in Garden 3. Now, Garden 3's been put to bed. I left the gate open so the chickens can come in. Go ahead and scratch around up there, because, you know, add a little something to the mix. But I'm in here for the hoop tunnel. We're actually gonna hit 51 today. Yay! So, I need to come in and take a look at my pots and see if they need some water. And also address the fact that I have a rodent again. And I say that because all of my orchids in here... No, kitty, get out of my pots! All of my orchids have been eaten. Every single one of them. So, I got some rodent baits. Now, you know, just kind of go from there. I have thought about replanting. I do have some orchid seeds. And seeing, since they get eaten while they're young and tender, maybe getting some of those plastic lids, you know, and put it on top of them. And that way I can protect them while they're their youngest. And just kind of figure it out from there. Otherwise I need to do a little bit of weeding, check and see if they need water, and just kind of go from there. All the dead stuff like this you see is a tomato. Knew they were going to die. Not meant to last. That tomato was still hanging on. I don't know why. Maybe it likes it with the broccoli. But life is awesome. So let me go on and get busy. And I'll talk to you later. Meow. Alrighty. We did a little, not a lot, you know. And gave everybody some water. It is amazing that none of the strawberry spinach in this bed either came up or it was eaten. You know, it's just how it is. Okay, regular spinach over here is still doing well. My orchids got eaten, and again, that's really obvious by the tops there with no leaves on it. Mustard greens over here, I still have some. There's some over there that are coming up, which is awesome. Not as many came up as they did in the other bucket. Now this was also second planting. Turnips, these have stayed really small. Carrots, still doing well. Broccoli, living life large and loving it. Now this was the first set of mustard greens. Yeah, they're a little wilty. It got chilly last night, and they will do that, but they won't die back, which is awesome. And then that is a volunteer strawberry spinach, and that one there is a volunteer strawberry spinach, and they're both doing nice. This was the first set of turnips, also doing well. Oh, and I missed a weed. Yeah, we don't know what that is. It doesn't get to grow here. Anyway, doing well. Now this was supposed to be the orchids on this side. Same thing. They were eaten. They were like the first things eaten. But that is a strawberry spinach. Just one, but a volunteer. So, you know, I will baby him. Again, spinach, doing well. And this is where the original strawberry spinach were planted. And, yeah. Everything got eaten. So, thought, roach baits are out. Roach baits. Rodent baits are out. All four corners. So hopefully I can entice whatever it is to die. Quit eating my food. And from there, I have the debate. For the strawberry spinach and the orchids, do I replant? And part of me is like, even if I replant right now, I won't get any food until May. You know, it's so late in the season that they're not going to want to sprout appropriately. So, I'm thinking I'll just keep them weeded. You know, keep the buckets weeded. And then come February timeframe, I will be able to just start fresh with, what, 1, 2, roughly 4 empty buckets. You know, and we'll just kind of see from there. So, but spinach, mustard greens, turnip greens, broccoli, and carrots, everybody in here's doing awesome. And with that, I'm off to the next chore. Alright, it's the north corner of the run, and that's approximate. That would be the north corner, and Little Licata corner would be the south corner. It's not exact, but it's really, really close. Having said that, the last couple of storms that we have been north-driven storms. Coming down out of the north, winds out of the north, rain drives out of the north. And the corner where I feed my chickens has become very wet and or very muddy. And why it's not, chickens are built to be outside. But I don't want mud to freeze to their feet and have them lose a toe type thing. So what I've got is some of my greenhouse plastic from last year that won't fit the greenhouse, but it's still a good section. And what I'm going to try and do is wrap this corner kind of, across this side and maybe down this row and maybe a little under the coop right there. What's up, babies? You checking Mama's out? You checking Mama's out? I know the panda dog is with me. The panda dog is with Mama's. Yeah, you can scratch in the leaves. You can scratch in the leaves. So anyway, that's the thought process. Plastic, plastic, plastic. This corner first. Does that make sense? Because this corner directly impacts how muddy this area where they feed gets. So that's what I want to stop. Come on, Panda. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the section apart. And being that the Freckles likes to jump on top of it, I'm going to put a perch area there. Yeah, Kitty Blaze is checking it out, going, Mom, put the perch in. So there's a couple of 1x4s there. I'm going to drill some holes and kind of zip tie it into the fence so they can, perch up if they'd like in a sunny spot. So it's the next on my list of stuff to do. Plastic and perch. Life is awesome. Talk to you in a few. Kitty Blaze. Kitty Blaze, you better not be in that coop. Talk to you in a few. All right. So, plastic. Back wall, side wall. That makes sense. That keeps the north wind and or the north rain from coming directly into the run. Gives them a dry area for eating, kind of where Panda's standing at right now. Did I seal it completely? No, you can see that up here there is still a gap, and it goes kind of all the way down around the edge. I'll have to show it from the outside. I've got the clamps holding it in place. There you go. You can kind of see one. Where's my finger right there? See the clampy? Same thing I have on the hoop tunnel. Just to help hold the plastic in place. I did that because the north wind will actually blow all that plastic up against the fencing and hold it in place. The hard part is, should I get a south wind? It'll catch that, and I don't want it to force it off, which is why there's an opening there, so any air that goes can still go out. That's the same reason why I opted not to do that side, so any air that blows through can blow out. And then from there, stick's always been there, but there's the 2 additional perches. From an upper view, you can see that they're not directly on top of one another. They're close here, so they can go from branch to this perch and have room, and then get up there and have a little bit of room. Not so much for my 3. For Parthos, Copper, and Milady, they like to roam about, but when the 3 of them are in here and Freckles is still trying to fit in, Freckles has more than once just kind of jumped up on top of his run, the little run I had built in here, and they don't mess with him. He's up there. He's not on their ground area level. They don't mess with her. So that was the goal here is okay, I need to go ahead and get that out. Does that make sense? Because I'm not separating them anymore. And Freckles still has a place to jump up and feel like she's safe. So that's the thought process. So Freckles went inside when I started working. I'll check on her in a minute because I got to go check for eggs too. But anyway, we're done. All the other stuff is out here. Outside, I got to take it back up to the workshop and put it away. And again, there's the clamps. Just kind of holding everything down. And we'll see. It was either a great idea or it wasn't. I'll find out next storm. What is that, 4 days from now, 5 days from now? I think it'll work. Truly. And then, yeah, just I think it'll work. So, having said that, I'm off to do the next chore. Just for right now, let's put this stuff away. Talk shit for you. Alright, it's 4 o'clock. Chickens are telling me they're getting ready to go get some scratch in the garden. Supervisor here says I'm done. Oh. And my clouds have moved in. I don't have sun anymore, so it's getting cold fast. So, having said that, it's about where I left off last time. And from there to, I don't know, roughly there. You can see above the log. Lots of leaves still up there. All that there is clear of debris. So, look out, Panda. Walk on, girlfriend. Good girls. Good girls. Walk on. Good girls. So the chicken's been over here scratching with me all day. And it is the continuous, you know, pulling out the logs and the stumps here. And if they'll go around a mulberry that I probably am going to keep, then, you know, great. But the goal long term is to get this clear. This needs to be where I do corn and green beans and like tomatoes and peppers, just because I can do a lot of plants in a little area. You know, plenty of sun here. Closer to the house, not as far as the orchard where I don't need to be every day. You know, am I going to get it clear all this year? Probably not. But the goal is to get it clear a piece at a time. I don't know if the camera shows, but you can see the hump where it goes down. Does that make sense? I got to get this cleared at least to that tree. And then I will probably end up coming in here with my tractor and scraping dirt out of here. I know where I'm going to put it too. Along with the logs, when I do from that stump to where that dead pine is right there, that makes sense? I'm going to use all these leftover tree logs as a wall. And all the dirt that I scrape is going to fill in along that wall. And the goal is to help level this out just a bit. Not perfectly, but just a bit. I live on a hillside. That's uphill. This is downhill. And I'd like this to match this. Makes it easier to mow. It's all one steepness. You know, I can mow around the trees. And then, you know, from that stump to that stump, it's garden. Not specifically, there's a water tank and just, there are other things that go on here, but I've got to get it cleared first. And then once I clear it, maintain it. And if I can't get the riding lawnmower up here, then I will have to use the walk-behind trimmer. But that's okay. The hard part's getting it clear. So, anyway, I'm putting tools away. It's getting cold. Supervisor says, let's go get biscuits, Mom. Oh, let's go get biscuits. Chickens are like, give us some scratch. And we will all talk to you later.